What is going on, guys? Tay here, back again with another Assetto Corsa video. This time we're going to be going over Assetto Corsa in 2023. I'm going to go over a bunch of stuff that I touched on in the first video, and I'm going to add a lot of new content in this one as well. So let's get straight into it. This, if you don't know already, is Content Manager. This is the absolute fundamental to start modding AC. I'll provide the links to everything in the description. Excuse me, I am recovering from a cold, so my voice might be a little bit messed up, but I know I sound 10 times better than I did in the last video because I've got a different mic now. So yeah, let's get straight into it. This is your hub. You can download this. There is a light version and a paid version. I would personally recommend buying the paid version because it only costs $1 and it gives you no boundaries at all when it comes to modding AC. And I would also, while you're doing that, download custom shaders patch. Now this will add all of your graphics enhancements, absolutely everything, force feedback, changes, optimization, fixes, dynamic lights. All right, I'm just reading. Yeah, so that's available. I'll also put the link to that in the description. This will give you a bunch of new options here. We go through very shortly. So yeah, let's go over how to install mods to begin with. Let's actually start with the absolute basics. So let's just say I've got a mod here, got a bunch of mods here. Hugo sent me a Supra. So if I get the zip file, drag that straight over into the base of Content Manager, and up here you'll see it start to flash green. So if you click that, I obviously already have that car installed, but there it would say install. I personally would not do any of these updates if they ever come up for you. I would install all cars manually. If you're doing an update, the way I do updates is I will delete the car and reinstall it through Content Manager. So it's a completely fresh install. Otherwise, you will have some issues here and there. But yeah, that is the basics, and that works with PP filters, it works with maps, it works with cars. So yeah, it's really easy to install the mods. Otherwise, as you guys know, you would go straight into File Explorer and you go to cars, install it there, your AC directory. So of course, content cars, but that's kind of long. You can do it through here, it would make it a lot easier, which you can now. So yeah, this is your drive screen. Practice, obviously, is practice. Track day, this is for traffic, which I'll be honest, there's a few different tutorials online for traffic mods. This is the old way to run traffic. New way, I will provide a link to this video in the description. My friend Will has made a video explaining how to get traffic on single player. Really cool. And then we have your weather mods. So completely up to you here. This is preference based. However, you can choose between Soul and you can choose between Pure. Same bloke makes both of them, so completely up to you. This is available on Patreon. As far as I'm aware, that also costs $1. It's pretty cool. So Soul is fantastic, works really good. Great universal weather effects mod for Assetto Corsa. Pretty much everything's compatible with Soul. But then Pure is newer and the lights look better. The lights do look better in my honest opinion. All the lighting in general, but all the PP filters on Pure are a lot nicer. And you have some really realistic sky boxes, I think they're called, which you can actually download as well, and that really does add an element of realism to your Assetto Corsa. I mean, as far as I'm aware, you guys do really like my graphics, the general consensus. So, and I use Pure, but again, up to you. If you'd rather use Soul, you can do. So, also Race Department has a bunch of mods on here, so I'll just go over that quickly. Everything from traffic lines, AI splines, to lighting, to PP filters, to cars. Everything is on here. Definitely make an account for this website because you'll be using it quite often. And this was my old video. So once again, I'll be touching on a bunch of the stuff I did in this video. Bozan, great website for drift cars. A lot of people that play AC are drifting. I do appreciate that. The no hezzy stuff has come out of nowhere this year, which is what I've been focusing on, and the privy stuff and everything that's been going on with the traffic. So that has been fairly new in the last year or so. But in the grand scheme of things, everyone does drift. There's a bunch of drift mods on this website. Shout out to Bozan. Great setup here. So yeah, then I will go back to Content Manager. So if we go into media, this is where you find your screenshots and replays. There's a tutorial online on how to take screenshots on AC. I won't go crazy into that, but you can take some really impressive screenshots. I'm no photographer, but I mean, these are some pretty cool photos. Oh look, traffic car rollers. Jeez. So yeah, and obviously your replays, what I will go to towards some of my content that you see on my channel. And this is where, content, if you click content at the top, this is where you access all of your mods. Now mine is ridiculously messed up. I've got too many cars. I cleared out 800 cars last week. I still have 1100. But this is where you can see all of your cars in a better view. It will show you everything you need to know here. And the tracks as well. All your tracks. Now if you go into miscellaneous, you'll see some of your apps. Now these do actually, people don't know this, but this does actually take some of your frames away. So I would personally have as little of these as possible if you're not recording. Remember, you can always save a replay. If it's under 5 minutes, you can also change the weather. If you save a replay, you can always go back and add these apps in, take those frames away. Because most of the time when I'm racing, I'm streaming. So I can't afford to have all of these little things on. But yeah, then you've got some Lua apps, which I don't really touch, to be honest. I've never actually looked at this. Driver models, got tons of those. Fonts, PP filters. This is something you'd actually use, but you get the picture though. Look, showrooms. So if you wanted to add custom showrooms in to take screenshots, this is where you'd go. See it. If you wanted to know where to put it, you can click folder down there. You can click showroom. Sorry. You can put it in here. I imagine that's how it would work. So all of the modding is really, really simple when it comes to content management. It puts you where you need to be at all times. This is your mods. I don't really understand this section. Sometimes they work, but as you can see, I've got the pure high-res sky dome textures. I've got some random things in here. I've got PP filters, to be honest. I've got pure and I've got soul, because both of them you can use at the same time. You can just switch back and forth, whichever you like. This is the server section where you can set up your servers for online. If you're hosting a server from your own PC, I don't do that. I use a server host for my servers, but I create the configs for my server here. When I'm choosing the paint jobs, which skins to use. Actually, something I didn't touch on in the last video. Let's actually show you guys what you can do. What I do. So if you choose a car that you like, let's just use, I'm going to use the RS3. So got this RS3 made by Nell. Shout out Nell. He doesn't make cars anymore. Shame, because he did make some really cool cars. He is TGN. You guys know TGN, you probably do. So this is a black RS3 saloon, as you can see. But I want to customize it. I want to make it specific to my server. I want people to know that that car is on the one that's on my server. It's still his mod. I'm not changing anything about the mod. I'm just changing the paint and whatnot. This is a bit like a customizer. Most recent mods for Assetto will have these options because they're up to date. So you can change the color of the car here. Again, really self-explanatory. Nothing that you'll find on this game is really that difficult, in my honest opinion, when it comes to modding, except for proximity chat. But that is a completely different kettle of fish. Let's just choose blue. Wheel color, go black. That looks nice. Blah blah blah. You get the picture. Rims, interior, whatnot. Now license plates. I've got some additional ones added on, but again, if I go to Europe, go to country, all of these, choose the plate, type in Tay. No, that's the wrong one. So type in Tay. 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 Whatever. But you get it. Then you, in my honest opinion, I would only ever save it in this way. I would go to save as new. So where it says modify current, save as new, create a skin ID. There is whatever, and save. I don't know what that was, but then you click save, and when you go to load into my server, then I would put the new skin ID in, and it will update, and it's got all the UK number plates on it. Whatnot. That's how you see. That's how I'd set up my server, which a lot of people didn't know. Right, I am rambling on a lot though, so let's go back here. Did I touch on everything? I think I did. Going back to content manager, what else have I missed out? Go into my settings. If we go into my settings, I will give all of these settings in the description of the video, which I didn't do on the last one. I did my neck effect settings, but I don't think I did my graphics settings. So this is what I currently run. Please understand that if you'd like to change anything and you don't like anything, it's completely up to you. I'm not telling you guys that these are the best settings. I'll just give you my ones. So, general patch settings. Again, loads of options here. If you actually look at how crazy Content Manager is and CSP is, it just blows my mind every day. I started playing this game in 2014. So, I've seen a massive change from the start to the end. Now, my chaser camera settings. I now use Kirby Cam, which is why I see a lot of questions. Which camera tool do you use? What camera is this? What camera is this? This is Kirby Cam. It's kind of like a Need for Speed camera. This is available on Race Department, I think. So, Kirby Cam. Here, any. There we go. And then Kirby Cam is here. And you can download that through Race Department. Now, going back to Content Manager, extra effects. These are my motion blur settings. Remember, this does take a lot of your frames away, but I think it looks really cool. It makes my videos look a lot cooler. I don't know what any of these settings are. I don't think I've ever changed them. So, be my guest. Force feedback tweaks. This is more physically accurate gyro implementation. That is for the really realistic drift cars that are coming out now. This really adds an element of realism there. Gamepad effects. So there's tons of stuff now with the Forza gamepad effects for AC, so you can do all of that through there. Grass, lighting, blah blah blah. I don't know why a G27 add-on was enabled. Lighting stuff's pretty important. And neck effects. Now, I get this question near enough every day. Why does it look like you're moving forwards and backwards in the video? Now, this is because of neck effects. Just download my settings. You can tweak it if you want. The G-force influence is what you need to change. I don't personally know how to change this very much. Every time I change it, it's even faster. So I don't want to mess with it anymore. So I'll provide the settings for this in the description. New AI behavior. This is for your single player traffic, but to be honest, with the new traffic tool, you don't really need that anymore. New loading screen. I like this. Changes that. Screenshots, yes, this is fantastic to use. I don't know why that's turned on, to be honest, while I'm streaming and stuff. But particle effects, all of this here, this is smoke and dust. Make sure you've got new smoke and dust ticked, otherwise your smoke looks like Minecraft. Rain effects, again, if you download the paid version of CSP, you can then add rain. This is where you enable that. Reflections, blah blah blah, skid mark, smart mirror, whatnot. I'll go into my video settings. I'll show you guys those as well. This is what I stream with. So I stream 60 hertz. I've got a 240 hertz monitor, but I cap it at 60 because I just need 60 frames for people to see what's going on when I'm sim racing. If I'm asking for too much, it's not going to give it to me. You guys know how unoptimized this game is. So these are settings I run. If I'm not streaming, I'm recording content in general, I play 2K at 60 hertz, which is my native resolution monitor. And yeah, motion blur must be turned off here if you want it to work in CSP. Jesus, I almost choked. Sun rays, FXAA, blah blah blah. Turn all of that on. But yeah, that is everything. I think controls is completely dependent on your steering wheel. I don't have my wheel plugged in right now, but we could go into that all day. I get the question, can you send me your wheel settings? My wheel settings will not make you a better driver. Unfortunately, that is down to you. You're going to need to practice. And I do tell people that all the time. So chase camera, these are the settings. But there is an app in game that you can change these with. These are the settings that I run to begin with. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else in particular that I need to touch on. I just wanted to go over the basics again. If there's any questions, just put them down in the description or join the Discord, create a ticket. We're more than happy to help. We've got a bunch of guys on the staff team that are really clued up. And we've got a crazy amount of content coming now. We've got 3 new maps in development, which are based in the UK. And yeah, I think it's really promising and I can't wait to see what AC does in the next year. Because surely in 2 or 3 years time, this game's lifespan must come to an end. We're at like 9 years now, it's crazy. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching, listening to me talk shit. You've waited this whole time till the end. I hope I've answered everything I need to answer. If I haven't, once again, no, I'll put all the links in the description. Yeah, thanks for watching guys.